Hi, my name's Addy, and this is History of the World from Bear, Delaware. And today we're going to talk about the early Chinese dynasties and the Han Lacquer Cup. These dynasties happened from 150 BCE to 1911 CE, and this was during the High Classical era. These dynasties consisted of the Shang dynasty, which was the very first one, which was then overthrown by the Zhou dynasty, and the Zhou dynasty is responsible for starting Mandate of Heaven. And then once the Zhou dynasty disintegrated, you had the Warring States period. From there, the Qin dynasty took over, and that was the first dynasty to like completely unify China. And that's where China gets its name from, the Qin dynasty. After 400 years, you had the Han dynasty, followed by the Sui, the Tang, the Song, the Yuan, which were the Mongols, the Ming, and the Qing. The Han dynasty is where the Han Lacquer Cup comes from. The Han Lacquer Cup was made around 4 AD and it was found near Pyongyang, China. And it comes, like I said, comes from the Han Dynasty, and it comes from specifically the time when the emperor was a threat, and he was struggling to keep the whole dynasty under control. And it's theorized that these cups were probably given to military commander in North Korea by a Han emperor during when it was made, which was 4 AD. The cup is very light to hold and it's comparable to a small serving bowl, and it has a shallow oval and it's about 7 inches wide. There's a gilded handle on each side that gives the cup its name. The core of the cup is made of wood. The outside is decorated with gold and there's bronze inlay. And the lacquerware, the cup, the wood, it's made out of lacquerware, and like all this takes an enormous time to make, and it's very labor intensive. And around the base of the cup, you have about 67 characters, and that's in Chinese. So the two ways that the cup connects to the larger topic of the dynasties is that it shows creativity of these dynasties, especially the Han. So like they took their time and made these cups look good. So that shows creativity, like they want to expand on the art form. And another connection is that it's gifts. It's a gift that's given as loyalty, like as a proof of loyalty, or kind of like bribes, if you want to say that, because this cup was given to a commander in order to gain their loyalty towards the entire dynasty. So that's the second connection. In conclusion, we care because like the large topic of Chinese dynasties affects us, that it kind of introduced trading, and then it introduced political relationships, and then uniting China, and we still kind of do that today. We have political relationships with China. We trade with China. China just happens to be one of the major countries in terms of exporting and trading goods, and like all our supplies come from there. And how does this object show that people back then were like are like us now? Is that they use as cups as gifts, and we give gifts today. Like you have Christmas, you give gifts, Thanksgiving, and such. Well, that's it. Thanks for listening. Until next time, from World History from Delaware.